So this is a video that I've been waiting to put together for a long time, that I've thought of making ever since November, that I've thought of very deeply and honestly, and it's finally time to put words to screen. By the way, if it looks like I have lipstick on, I don't. It's because I just had some spicy Doritos. Don't worry, I'm not a transvestite. It's all good, guys. It's all good. The point that I'm trying to make here, I did wear lipstick when I was 3 years old, though, so just want to get it. I just want to get all the facts out there, okay? Was I a 3-year-old transvestite? I don't fucking know. Point that I'm trying to make is that I have seen so many reasons to just give up. Every day, it seems, there's a new excuse for me to just say fuck it and leave, take everything with me out the door, and never return. And there's a good reason for all of that. I want to mention that I still think 2015 was the worst. 2015, I still think, was the worst season of racing that I've ever seen in my life, and without a doubt the worst season of racing in at least 20 years. I haven't watched, you can't really see a lot of, from, the start to maybe 1985-ish. And I would like to go back and actually watch the 80s and 90s era races and, a full season all the way through. It's very difficult to do, but it's something that I feel like would be very useful in determining how we got from where we were then to where we are now. But unfortunately, that's a process that's going to take a while, so here I am not doing that. The point that I'm trying to make is that the worst that I've ever seen was 2015. But there's a reason why I stick around after that. Okay, so 2015 was really bad. I can't think of any positives. That was the worst. That season, as a closed system, the second law of thermodynamics right now, if the 2015 season was the second law of thermodynamics, that would be an all-encompassing collection of everything that's wrong with modern racing. The chase was a joke from the very beginning. The racing was absolute fucking dog shit. It was so bad. I had very little to look forward to every single week. The only things that I did look forward to were truck races because of Corbin, and really that's it. I really didn't appreciate the racing all that much back then because Jones was kind of dominant, and I was really annoyed that he was doing the full Truck Series season, because after 2014 I felt like he could have just done a full Xfinity Series season. He should have done 2015 full Xfinity, and then 2016 full Xfinity. I feel like he probably would have had a Christopher Bell 2018 season if he had done a full season of Xfinity in 2015 first. But the point that's not even the point of this video. I need to do a full analysis of every driver's career. That's what I should do. That would be an interesting video. But what am I saying? The Xfinity Series. So the trucks, I didn't really care that much about, but thanks to Corbin, I watched every single race that I could, and Xfinity was really good. Xfinity in 2015 was really good. And that's probably because the first half of the season didn't have Kyle Busch. Gonna be 100% honest, that's probably the reason why that it was actually watchable. So, I'm gonna go with that final answer. But, when it came to the 2015 Cup Series, it was so bad. And I've been saying it since they announced this package back at the All-Star race. It's going to be 2015 again. That's the last thing that I want. I really don't want to watch 2015 again. That was so bad. It was one of the most draining experiences as a sporting fan. And the problem is that I felt similar over the course of 2018 last year. Now, 2018 was bad, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as 2015. And at the end of 2015, there's only one thing that really kept me around, and that was the low downforce package. The Kentucky race and the Darlington race in 2015 were the only reason that I cared enough. Because Truex was a consistent driver back then, but like at that point, Stewart was on his way out. Biffle was on his way out. Pretty much everyone that I really cared about was on their way out. And then like Casey had an awful 2016. He had a decent 2015, I guess, but an awful 2016. Like at that point, it's like I really don't care enough, you know. But the 2016 incoming package is what brought me back, and the 2016 Atlanta race, I still say, is one of the best races that I've ever watched. Legitimately. From start to finish. I just watched it back a few weeks ago. And I was gripped through most of it. Like, it was... I think I made it in 70 laps before I was like, wait, am I still watching this? Really? Like, it was like a half an hour into the race when I was like, wait a minute, I'm re-watching a race that I already watched. I know the outcome. I know exactly what happens. Why am I watching this? It was 70 laps. I can't even make it 10 into most of 2018's races before I was like, alright, Twitter, help me. Please help Twitter. I don't want another 2015. I really don't. I really don't. In 2015, I had 2016 to look forward to, but with this bullshit, I have nothing to look forward to. They're going to try and make this work when we already knew in the year 2000 that it wasn't going to work. So the question is, am I done? That's the question. Am I going to stop after 19 years of putting myself through misery every single goddamn week? And all for what? Last year to be the worst fucking case scenario. And this year to be dead on arrival. Well, I think you all know the answer is that no, of course I'm not done. I will be watching the Truck Series season, absolutely no matter what happens. But you see, the thing is, it's not just the Cup Series that's driving me away at this point, because if that was the case, then probably 2015, even with the incoming 2016 package, I would have had reservations about coming back. However, you take a look at changes in the Xfinity and Truck Series. Discord, shut up. It's enough to have the Cup Series be dead on arrival next season, but when you see things like the defending Truck Series champion losing his truck to a pay driver, that's encouraging. That's a necessary thing. And I don't want to hear anything about, oh, but he'll be racing at GMS next year. It's fine, he will. That's an irrelevant point now. It's really not. It's really not. The fact that the defending series champion had a chance of not coming back to anything, let alone, you know, moving up the ladder, is an embarrassment and just a pure, unadulterated mess. And then you have things, and then if that's not enough, you have someone who proved they belong, who prove that their time is now, and then thanks to an FBI raid, now they're back to square one. And no one's gonna step up. One sponsor stepped up, and it was only enough for 3 races, and it's not even at the best possible team. Chastain was going to own the Xfinity Series this season. I hope you realize that. I was thinking around the vicinity of 9 wins. I was thinking he was going to have a Harvick 2006. And now, he's lucky to have anything. All because a sponsor who actually took a chance for the first time in years on someone who isn't a huge name, who doesn't come down to the series when they don't belong there and haven't belonged there for 12 plus years. The fucking finally it happens. And then they get raided by the FBI. Okay. And then you have guys like Brandon Jones, who is guaranteed to be in a top-tier car for his entire career, despite doing absolutely nothing to even come within the vicinity of deserving it. And you have someone like Matt Tifft, who's won 0 times in Xfinity, Trucks, ARCA, who has always been the worst driver on any team that he's on. And he's going to be in the Cup Series next year. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. So why should I care? Why should I care? Tell me why I should care. When people who would put on a show week in and week out are kicked to the side. Moffitt was an absolute monster. If he was restarting in the top 5 on the final restart, that's must-watch TV. That is must-watch TV. If Moffitt's in the top 5 coming to the end of a race, that is legitimately must-watch TV. And he's almost out of the series entirely. And don't think that I've forgotten about Austin Terrio. Don't think I've forgotten about Austin Terrio. Why should I care? Why should I care? When I know that no matter how hard that the drivers that I like try, no matter how hard they try, it doesn't matter. They're not going to do anything. Unless it's Allgaier. Then maybe he'll do something. But that's only as long as Junior allows it. And Brandt. I'll mention Brandt. I don't want to forget about Brandt. Why should I care? And when the racing is going to be shit, when it's going to be follow the leader, single file, 1 lane, Kentucky every single week. If it's not even going to be entertaining, if it's not even going to be, okay, so I have guys, okay, so it's going to be Kyle Busch versus Kevin Harvick all season, okay, at least they might be able to put on a show, at least they're both talented, at least they could make things interesting. Oh, the track's 1 lane and you can't catch the leader and you can't pass the leader. Okay. Okay. Do you honestly think that we're going to see a finish like Chicagoland from last season this year? Do you think it'll happen? I fucking don't. I do not. So yeah, obviously the answer is that I'm not done. I will be watching trucks. I will do my best to keep up with Xfinity, especially the road courses. But when it comes to the Cup Series, I just don't care. I don't want to subject myself to this. It's not going to be good. It's going to suck ass. Alright? It's going to suck ass. And I don't care. I just don't care. Why should I? I know that nothing that any of my drivers do is going to matter. Because it all comes down to who has the best pit crew and whoever can put themselves in the lead on the final restart. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, I don't know what else to say. That's kind of my whole stance on the subject at hand. I'm not excited. I have no hope for the future. There's no hope. We already tried this in 2015 and it failed spectacularly. And I guess we're just going to have to wait for it to fail spectacularly a second time. Or a third time. Third time's a charm. Third time's the charm, guys. Why is the screen going off? Yeah. I think that's about where I'm going to end this. So, yep. I guess predictions video coming next week. Bye.